I spoke with Abu-Rami, an activist on the ground in Homs, about the developments, the recent developments. I spoke to him earlier by phone. Abu-Rami, thank you for being with us here on CNN to tell us more about what's going on in Homs today.
Well, thank you for this opportunity. Of course, this step that the regime has taken, it's such as a victory for him. And after a whole month under shelling, bombardment, all of the heavy weapons that anyone can imagine, he used it. He used the anti-aircraft weapons. He used surface-to-surface missiles, in addition to the mortars and airstrikes also.
Abu-Rami, while we're speaking to you, we're showing our viewers photos of what is left of some of the buildings in Homs. Some of those neighborhoods where there have been clashes, clearly some strikes, also rocket attacks. We can see the pockmarks from mortars as well. It looks absolutely devastated. And you took a picture of a 6-story building that was also severely damaged, and we're going to show that to our viewers as well. Basically, only now a mountain of rubble. Tell us about what you saw there.
About 7 days ago, in the middle of this campaign of the shelling and bombardment, I went out to the street from far away, and I saw by my own eyes a very large missile. He fall on the ground in Jorshaya, and I hidden inside the basement, and the explosion was so big. When we went out after about half an hour, and the column of smoke were on everywhere, and the picture you view now, this was a big building, consists of 6 floors.
Yeah.
Or entirely destroyed. And we heard some voices under the rubble saying, "Help us, help us." But the rubble was so big, so we were unable to take every damaged things, every damaged blocks on the ground. We succeeded at the end to pull one survival, and the other one was dead body. And we asked the one survivor, "Who is left there with you?" He said, "About 4 civilians are left. Please help them." But unfortunately, we were unable to pull them from there, and they were now still under the rubble for the 7th day in a row.
It's just such a terrible situation. And regarding Khaldiya, this neighborhood, are regime forces now fully in control of it? And what about you and your family and your friends? Where do you go next? What do you do?
Well, I would like to talk about the civilians who are trapped here, those civilians who are still inside besieged districts of Homs. After the regime has set control on Khaldiya, he split the besieged area into 2 sides. One side called Old Homs District. The other side consists of 3 neighborhoods: Al-Qosour, Jorshaya, and Al-Karabis. In these 3 neighborhoods, the families are staying there. About 2,000 members, 2,000 civilians are staying there. And those families are very normal families. But for the situation, they are here. They are trapped here. But they are consist of children, elderly, women, and they needed milk. They needed some specific medicines for the elderly, for the heart, for the blood, for all of these basically materials they are needed, in addition to the food. So we frankly reached to a very critical stage nowadays. If there is no reinforcement come to break the siege on us, if there is no any kind of high pressure on the regime to end this siege, I think the upcoming days will be the worst.
Well, Abu-Rami, thank you for taking the time to speak to us from Homs, and we really wish you, it sounds trite, but we wish you good luck. We wish you well. We hope that you'll be able to overcome and get through this extremely tragic and difficult situation.
Thank you.
Abu-Rami there, an activist speaking to me from Homs just a few hours ago.